So yesterday I made a video and tweets saying we were short, and we were short. We were up $8,500 on the short. The market was dropping pretty good. All right, we went from here at 23,050 down to 22,500. So a nice 600-point drop. We're up 8,500, and then the market reverses back higher, and we stop out in a profit of $327. And so let me tell you something. Okay, whenever you have a trade that is up $8,500 and then you break even, or basically it comes back up, majority of the time that trade's usually not going to work out on the bear side. Okay, because typically when you're that much in the money in a trade, like up 8,500 or up 10,000 or 20,000, the market reversed swiftly like that on you, it's a signal that market's likely not going to be dropping right now. And so yesterday we're bearish. Yesterday we were short, up $8,500, and fuck, now we're back on the bull side short term as a trade. Well, actually, overall, we're very bullish. Like I was telling you, we're just short, waiting for a pullback, so that way we could long that pullback and go higher. Okay, because everyone in the world thinks that as soon as this pump is over, we're just gonna nuke back to new lows, right? And I made a tweet and a post today telling you guys that things are gonna be bullish before they get bearish again. Program test rats will say, but the Fed, but the macro, but earnings. But let's get one thing straight, right? Bears are trapped. You have tons of people who have been shorting the whole way up since 16K, insisting it's a bull trap, and they're going to scream it's a bull trap until they can't. Okay, they're going to have lost so much money shorting the whole way up, they're going to have to give up eventually after massive losses, and the market is brutal, right? To sell, you need a buyer. And think about it, if everyone's trying to sell right now, who's your buyer, right? No one's buying, right? To sell, you need a buyer. And that's why people, big players, institutions, it's not like they can all just short the market up here, because they're going to have too much slippage and too much price impact if there's not enough buyers. And that's why they got to push the market higher to lure in buyers to then have the liquidity to fill up their shorts and their bags to the downside. Okay? And so it's at the point that sellers give up and give in to the market and get bullish on the market. That's when the big players have the liquidity and ability to fill their big shorts and positions. That's when you head lower. But that time has not come yet. So keep slurping up the pullbacks and the dips for now. It's very contrarian because 90% of the market is still bearish and in disbelief because of the macro, right? The macro, the economy is so bad. We're going to nuke to new lows is what everyone thinks. And so if everyone in the world could be right together at the same time, if everyone in the world could just short together right now and we just nuke to new lows, then everyone would be a millionaire gazillionaire. And so that is why consensus will be so wrong in the short term, and bears are destined to continue getting their faces ripped off the whole way up saying, but the macro is so bad, this doesn't make sense. And so people are going to be pissed, and once they finally give in, that's when we'll top, and that's when we'll truly have a meaningful pullback. But for now, any pullback is to be slurped up and to be bought. Guys, that is my analysis overall, is we stay bullish and we stay buying these dips. Okay, because right now everyone is going to get euphoric on the dips and say, oh, we're going in new lows. But don't listen to that, guys, okay, because they're not going to be right. So we just want to buy every fucking dip here in Bitcoin. And so that's why we were short yesterday, hoping for a pullback, basically to 21.5, for example, before we actually meet a resistance in USDT dominance. And when USDT dominance hits resistance and starts falling, that is when Bitcoin would start pumping again. So this is kind of what I'm mainly planning for, is this scenario right here. But USDT dominance is it's not doing a good job of pumping right now. And if USDT dominance isn't pumping, then the market's actually going higher. So we're in on the long side today after being up $8,500 on the short and basically giving back those gains because the market popped back up real quickly. So this is my analysis for now. It's not the greatest long trade in existence because at the end of the day we are longing after a 42% pump in the market, and we didn't even get the pullback that I was wanting for us to get. So that way we could long it at 21.5, for example, and rip up. So we need to keep an eye on USDT dominance. If USDT dominance is going to break down here, then guess what that means? The market is going to continue pumping. So, I mean, this is basically my vision for USDT dominance. If you understand what's going to happen to USDT dominance, you'll know what's going to happen to the market, right? So USDT dominance, it had this bullish divergence, which is why I believed that tether dominance could bounce up here. If tether dominance is going higher, that means the market is going lower. But look, we're failing to bounce, and so my two cases, I see us either just dropping right here in tether dominance or bouncing up to there still and then dropping in tether dominance. Basically, the point is we're bullish on the market, and no matter how you slice it, we're either going to pull back in the market, then pump, or we're just going to pump. Okay, and so that's why after round tripping $8,500 in profit, I don't believe that we're just going to, crash right now, probably from this point, because I already tried to short it, it didn't work. So this market is resilient, this market is strong, and it is not a friendly one to short sellers. So the best plan of action right now is to either sit out and do nothing or wait for a pullback and buy the shit out of the pullback, especially if that pullback coincides with a rise to 7.13% in USDT dominance. So for now, I'm back on the bull side. It's not the greatest trade in existence, but it is a trade that I'll be in for now with minimal risk and good upside if we get a pump to 24 to 25K to 26K next, like I've been expecting. So that's the whole plan, guys. We're either going to pull back and then pump up to 24, 25, 26, or we're just going to go straight to 25, 25, 26. That is my prediction. That is my analysis, guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, make sure you're subscribed. Follow me on Twitter if you're not already. And at this point, I'm back and sticking to my analysis of the fact that, every single person in the world is shorting the market right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. And boom, we're actually breaking out of the downtrend for the first time, like I've been calling for since we were right here, right? And I told you guys, it's too easy. If everyone in the world thinks they can just short the market right here, it's not going to work. And I told you that this time would be the time that the S&P breaks out, squeezes out to 4,100 to 4,300, and this will be one of the most hated bear market rallies we've ever seen. And then people will cover their shorts, and once people start covering their shorts, right, that's when you have the liquidity to actually short, right? Because covering your short means buying. Buying means the people who are actually waiting to short get to short and get the fills. So boom. Like we've been drawing this out for some time now. Basically, squeeze out from here. Seems like the plan as of now. With some volatility, we could pull back to 40.14 and then continue higher, right? But overall, we're squeezing and we're covering those shorts, or at least we're not. Other people are, and heading higher is the plan right now. So guys, I'll keep you up to date on this trade and the alerts. If you're watching on YouTube, I just want to give you an idea of what my worst case scenario is. So for me, basically, since I think we're either going to just pump straight up or we're going to pull back and then pump straight up, my whole plan is, right, is I want a good entry. So either this is the good entry before the pump, or we have to pull back and then that will be a good entry, for example, wherever that may be at 21.6 or 21 or even 20K. But the whole point is I want to stop out of the trade for a loss quickly if I'm wrong and collect a small loss so that way I can get back in with a way better entry on the long side for the real pump if we have to dip before we go higher. So basically I plan to stop myself out here at around 22.5, 22.560. So to give you an idea of how much money I'm going to lose if I'm wrong, because this is the most important part of trading, is planning for your worst case and how much are you going to lose if you're wrong. So 22.560, I'm going to lose roughly $7,000 if I'm wrong here. And that's what I'm totally cool and okay with, because then I'll be able to reposition and then go back in long whenever we find an even better entry if it's there. So that's my whole plan is if we don't pump from here, I'm going to lose $7,000 and I'll be looking to reposition for an even bigger pump, which would likely coincide with the USDT dominance hitting resistance and setting us up for a massive push higher after that. So that's what I'm risking, $7,000 right now with this stop loss. And yeah, then we would look to re-enter on the long side. But most likely, I think we are going to pump here and hit 24 to 25. to 26. And to give you an idea of how much we'll be making if I'm right about that, let's say 25,000, we'll be making around $26,000. Okay, if we hit $26,000, we'll be making around $40,000. So that's a fair trade-off for me. That's what trading is. It's a trade. So I'm trading my loss in for a gain if I'm right. That's all it is, guys. So hope you enjoyed this analysis, this video, this trade. If you want to join and get these messages live and in real time when I tell you to long Bitcoin and I show you my exact position and exactly where we're going to put our stop loss, then click the first link down below this video to join. It is completely free to do so. So take advantage, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.